Hey guys, what's going on? Garynex here, bringing you another video on 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. There's some really good news for the update that is coming tomorrow, and the first thing that we can see is the max player rank has increased to level 80. That means the max stamina that we will be getting will be increased to 99, and that makes it worth so much more when we use stamina pots for farming. And there's a lot of Halloween events that are coming. So there is the check-in event, there's the Panic at the Pumpkin Festival, event free stages, boss battles, exchange shop, and Halloween spin. All those are shouting a lot of rewards there. And then there's the new banner that is coming. So that banner will have Halloween Captain Meliodas and also Halloween Elaine. And what's interesting about this banner is that they mentioned that Derriere will be having a raid up also. Not sure whether that is a typo or anything, but we'll just have to wait until tomorrow and see whether that is actually true. And also we will be getting a free 6-6 Guila. That is fantastic. All you have to do is just to play through the game during this Halloween period, and you'll be able to get her 6-6. That is awesome. Then there's the new costume for Halloween. So this is the Halloween Nightmare Set 1. So this set will be for Elizabeth, Deanne, Ban, King, Slater, and Helbram. So I believe they will be releasing the set 2 next week or the next 2 weeks. Then there is also the free Halloween themed furniture. So you get these 2 from the check-in event, you get these 3 from the exchange shop, and you get the rest from the spin event. So you can get the whole set of them for free. Then there's the new bundle for any of our spending players. So there's all these different bundles here and there. And Guila and Death Pierce will be getting their UR gear. So if anyone wants to build some UR gear for your Death Pierce for those crit, then you can go ahead and do that. Then Zarathras will also be added to part 2 banner, the race draw one and also the human draw. And all these events and bundles will be ending tomorrow after the update. So if there's anything you want to pick up, or if there's any event that you haven't done yet, please do so before the update tomorrow. So now let's take a look at the 3 new units that we'll be getting tomorrow. The first one is Halloween Captain Meliodas. His first skill inflicts damage equals to 150% of attack on one enemy and poisons for 3 turns. That is rank 1. On rank 2 it goes up to 225%, and on rank 3 it goes up to 375%. His second skill inflicts spike damage equals to 100% of attack on all enemies on rank 1. On rank 2 it goes up to 150%, and on rank 3 it goes up to 250%. And spike damage actually doubles the crit damage. And his ultimate is the same as the green Meliodas. It cancels buffs and stances on one enemy, inflicts damage equals to 490% of attack, and then stuns for 1 turn. If you use Giant DN as the association, the multiplier goes up to 560%. So both of those are 1/6. If it's 6/6, then the multiplier goes up to 735% and 840% respectively. And his passive increases crit chance by 10% at the end of every turn, limit to 10 times. His kits are not that great, to be honest. There aren't much synergies around poison at this moment. I believe until Wing King is released, then poison will be more useful. His passive can increase his crit chance by 100%, which is pretty nice, but it's at the end of every turn. So in order to get that 100% increase in crit chance, the fight has to drag out for quite some time, which nobody actually wants. But if the fights are generally pretty long, he will do pretty well, considering that he has 180% of crit damage once you max him out. So gear wise, you can go with attack defense or attack crit damage. He doesn't have any utility, so you gotta go with more DPS. Because this is a Meliodas too, so if you have built up UR gears for any other Meliodas already, you can just equip onto this Halloween Meliodas. Next is Halloween Elaine. Her first skill inflicts damage equals to 120% of attack on all enemies on rank 1. On rank 2 is 120% of attack and decreases attack related stats by 20% for 2 turns. And on rank 3 is 150% of attack and decrease attack related stats by 30% for 3 turns. Her second skill increases attack of all allies by 30% for 2 turns on rank 1. On rank 2 it goes up to 40%, and on rank 3 it goes up to 60%. This is the same attack buff as Green Gale Thunder. And her ultimate is the same as the other Elaine, cancels buffs and stances on one enemy, inflicts damage equals to 490% of attack, and then stuns for 1 turn. That is 1/6. If you got her 6/6, then the multiplier goes up to 735%. Her passive increases defense related stats by 8% at the start of next turn if the heroes take damage, limit to 5 times. Elaine has some decent use because of her attack buff. It's the same as the Green Gil Thunder buff. So if you need a buffer in, let's say, Hell Red Demon and you don't have a blue Eastin, you can actually use Halloween Elaine as the buffer. Other than that, her kit doesn't have anything special. You can probably use her for any general farming purpose. Gear wise, you can go with attack defense for more DPS if you're using her for farming purpose, or you can go with HP defense to survive longer to provide the buff for your team in Hell Red Demon or any other bosses. And lastly, and the most important one, because we are getting her for 6/6, the Green Halloween Guila. Her first skill inflicts charge damage equals to 200% of attack on one enemy on rank 1, on rank 2 is 300% of attack, and on rank 3 is 500% of attack, and as we know, charge ignores defense. Her second skill inflicts damage equals to 120% of attack on all enemies on rank 1, on rank 2 is 120% of attack, and decrease defense related stats by 20% for 2 turns, and on rank 3 is 150% of attack and decreases defense related stats by 30% for 3 turns. Her ultimate inflicts spike damage equals to 350% of attack on all enemies, and if you pair her up with Hauser as the association, so the multiplier goes up to 400%, and that is 1/6, and since we are getting her 6/6, the multiplier goes up to 525% and 600% respectively. Her passive decreases the hero's damage taken by 4% per hero skill, limit to 10 times. Guila is more of a DPS because she is able to lower defense related stats, ignore defense, and also double her crit damage. But the crit damage is not entirely reliable since she only has a 22% crit chance at max. Her passive also reduces incoming damage by a maximum of 40%, so she's able to survive quite well. I'd say she'd do pretty well in general farming since she has 2 AoE skills, but the main use for her I believe will be for associations. Most of us should be using the blue SR Guila for associations because not all of us will have a 6/6 red Guila. But now that we are getting a 6/6 Halloween Guila for free, and being an SSR hero, she will be able to give more stats than the blue SR Guila. Gear wise, you can go with attack defense if you are planning to use her as a DPS. If you are using her as an association, you can still go with attack defense for your DPS association, or you can go with HP defense for any other associations just for higher CC. So that's all the information about tomorrow's update. I'm very excited for the higher player rank so that we can have more stamina to play with. If you wish to discuss more about 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, consider joining my Discord, link will be in the description below. And as always, like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. That's it for today, take care and have a great day ahead.